about that necessarily, but still, as far as finishing people off, it could be a little more difficult than they hope for right here. Man, we are ready. I'm so hyped, man. This is actually the first time I'm getting to cast since with the new patch here, as far as an actual match is concerned. So, super hyped to be here. Once again, hopefully you guys having a good night yourselves. Looking forward to some NA Dota action. This is a Summit 8 qualifiers. So as I was going to suggest before as well, this is really the first round of the NA qualifiers. There's 6 teams actually in this event. You have these 2 teams. You have VGJ Storm and Team Leviathan will be your next matchup later on tonight. And the winner of those will then play against each other to see who moves on to kind of this next portion of the qualifiers, as you have Complexity and Immortals. They're kind of the quote-unquote Tier 1 invited teams to this event right here. In fact, Blue Pikachu, they actually had to go through open qualifiers to even get to this point in the first place. So they definitely had to do a bit of a grind to get to this matchup here. And now again, going to see what they are able to do moving forward now. So kind of an idea of what the format looks like. So yeah, the winner of these matches play Complexity. The losers will go down to a losers bracket, so it is a double elimination. And then if you win out through there, you will then face Immortals, which then sets up to be, a semifinal basically into a grand final. If that makes any sense. There's plenty of information out there on, of course, Wikipedia, if you really are concerned. All right, here we go, though. Tree and Protector coming out with the Nature's Guise and already providing the harassment on a puck. Of course, has that Orb of Venom to provide even more. But MSS, realizing what's going on, is going to head towards the middle lane, actually. And they are going to send Quakefa on that Broodmother down to the bottom lane. So it will be a safe lane puck right here. Coming out for the Dire side, of course, Winter Wyvern in that support role. Scourge McDuck, definitely one of the more fancier names on the Dota 2 competitive scene. So they're running a Sven mid, and actually Ogre Magi throwing up that Ignite and going to say hello to Rubik. We'll put it that way in that middle lane. But dual middle lane here on either side. So yeah, the Broodmother in the off lane going up against Tree and Protector, who's essentially playing solo right now by himself. You have a swap up from Viper, so we're seeing a lot of movement here early on in this game. It looks like, I'm guessing that they thought that that Brood was going to be middle. That's why they sent the Sven here, but now Viper's coming middle, realizing that's not the case. They're sending Sven bottom, but now if you're Brood, yeah, he's going to now port to the middle, and Puck's going to port to the bottom lane. So definitely some mind games coming out right here from either side as far as where they want to lane. Obviously, the more you move, the less efficiency and farm you're getting, but at the same time, you want that favorable matchup. So Quakefa clearly feels a lot more comfortable matched up against the Viper right here, at least in these earlier levels. But if you're the Radiant side, I'm guessing they're just going to absolutely stick to this now. You get Sven in the safe lane. You make sure he gets some good farm down there. Top lane, right? Burrows, he's in trouble. This could be first blood potential. Drunken Brawler passive, kicking it a little bit. Going to go for the TP, hoping for more, and he's actually hiding behind the tree right there. Unable to see him, so he does get out before the damage happens. Well played by Brewmaster, able to escape. Bottom lane, Tree and Protector taking some more Ignite harassment himself. You see that Sentry Ward seeing him, so thought he was safe. Ogre's like, nah, I got you. Nice Sentry Ward there. MSS, though, of course, he's just here to just leech some experience. Trying to get better levels. Say Pika Pika every time Blue Pikachu gets a kill. All right, I'll try to be on point with that, guys. I'll definitely put that in my registry of making sure I do that. Totally. Mason, how's he doing? He's right now 8-6 against a 6-4 Brewmaster. Bottom lane looks like maybe a little bit of harassment. Oh my god. All right, Viper, he's coming back bottom lane. So Sven is now back to the middle lane. So they are going to keep swapping. And again, if you're Blue Pikachu, I'm wondering, you got to be careful doing this a little bit too much here. Because the more you're doing this, obviously, less efficient farm you're going to be potentially getting. But just not a fan of that Viper into the Broodmother, clearly. I think is what it really comes down to. You see Viper's farm right now. He's 8-1, so he's trying to work up the charts. But right now, Broodmother leading the way, and Tiny is also up there, of course. In fact, on top. Has that Enchanted Mango. Wonder if that was a bonus hero Manger or not. I'm just kidding. I know that's not a thing. Middle lane. Transporting in. Ogre. He was just simply walking on by, I guess, saying hello to the Sven. Aggro in the creep wave and just simply running away. All right. Top lane. Ogre Magi rotating in. Has Bloodlust level 1. The Ignite as well. Brewmaster keeping his distance. No more regen on him currently, so he'll have to be a little bit careful here. And there we go. Dive's going to be happening. Ignites out. Bloodlust put up on a Mason. He's trying to find him. They do now. There we go. The chill, the auto attack, the lift in the air, and the throw on down. First blood for Mason right there in favor of DC. It seemed like that inevitably was going to happen for them at that point. Not much more Brewmaster could have done to stay alive right there.
That should help.
The Arctic burn of Winter Wyvern. Was able to assist to make sure that kill happens. And Sven's back to the bottom lane. This really is something, man. They really are moving here. You see Quickbow walking all the way back to the middle. This is going to be interesting to see who this really ultimately works out for more between these two players, these two heroes, I should say. Two sides even. MSS overall, he's doing pretty good though. He's 17-3. He's level 4. He's having a pretty good time. Top lane, what is Brewmaster doing so deep? He does have Dream Protector up here with him, but Mason puts the avalanche on both, picks up a tree, starts thwacking away on a save. Save goes down. Brewmaster trying to finish off Tiny, at least that ain't gonna happen. He goes down as well, and you see Demon throwing out that cold embrace to healing up Tiny as well after the fact. But now a 3-0 start in favor of Digital Chaos. Again, nothing much more that, well, really what they were doing in the first place, diving so much. Onto the Tiny right there. Oh, middle lane. This is where it's scary. Villain's in trouble on Viper. He will barely survive, it looks like. As Rubik is here to assist. Throws out the Fate Bolt, which obviously mitigates plenty of damage. And on top of that, the lift, slowing things down. But you can tell why. They do not want Viper in this lane. He is, he really is having a, and again, they're going to send Sven. It's like, I mean, I get it. I do. Viper clearly is having such a difficult time in that matchup, but DC, they seem they're comfortable as well, just keeping on swapping, keeping on going back and forth if that's what it calls for. You see, they see Sven's here now, and got Broodmother level 6. That's that Soul Ring. He's going to continue poking in. Arctic Burn, auto attack. Circummatch throws in the Ignite. He pops a Warcry on the level 1 though. Has God Strike now as well. Maybe potentially could go for a turn. TP's coming in from Rubik, but not going to be the case. And DC will just walk it off actually. Bulba, though, on the Ochre, being very aggressive with the roam. Going back and forth between bottom and middle, of course. And speaking of bottom, Villain here on the Viper. He is in trouble. Lucio Orb through. There we go. Ignite comes out, and he has a TP and a 1. Only 3 charges on a Curly, though. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, he's just going to simply try to stand his ground. Maybe go for the turn kill on MSS. He puts out a lot of damage, actually. And it's not going to be enough. Gets him down to 11 life, I believe, at the lowest point right there for Puck. But manages to stay alive, so eventually the kill happens onto Viper. And he now has a decision. Does he? Will he port to the middle lane? What do you guys think? Is he porting to the middle lane right here? Well, no, because at this point, Brewmother's just staying mid. So yeah, he's just going to actually. Oh, what am I saying? He can't even. Wait, did he use his TP? No, he didn't. He's choosing not to TP back, though. Choosing instead to just take the long way back here. Winter Wyvern, meanwhile, has the Arcane Boots already finished. So plenty of mana coming out for him and the team as they're pushing together. Puck included, and who's that joining them? That would be Tiny. Tiny's coming with a tree. Level 3 tree throw is online. So 4 auto attacks at this point. Again, they're going to dive the Viper this time with an avalanche thrown in. There's the tree thwacks out. Nice stun on a Brewmaster as he TPs in, but that's not going to be enough with the Thunderclap to save his Viper friend right there. So already 1 kill. Mason going to be lifted up, though. Is this going to be the first kill potentially for Blue Pikachu? Stone coming out from one of the Brewlings. Nice Cold Embrace save initially. There's plenty here for DC to perhaps even set up a turn. You got to be careful about overcommitting. Obviously, with the Primal Split, they feel pretty comfortable. Another rock. That one's going to be disjointed by MSS. Bulba, he's running now. After being lifted up, going to be stunned down. Couple more seconds. Viper with the auto attack. Avalanche hitting multiple. The Rubik will fall. And now Ryu Boras, he's going to be chasing for nothing, it seems like. Viper, in fact, in trouble again. And again, he is going to fall. This Viper is 0-3-0. A horrific start for him. And after all of that is a 7-0 start now in favor of Digital Chaos. And oh, by the way, you have a Broodmother that is doing pretty good. Getting some pretty good farm throughout all of that. She hasn't even been involved in any of these 7 kills yet. She's second in net worth at this point. Of course, now the Ancients even. Already becoming quite the tough game for Blue Pikachu right here. Sven, meanwhile, he is kind of the saving grace here if you're Blue Pikachu. Mask of Madness is just about finished. He just needs a quarterstaff as yet. The Morbid Mask is delivered. But is that really an item that they're going to feel confident being able to, okay, you know, we're ready to fight? I mean, obviously it's good for that, and, you know, being able to jump tiny with that 0 agility of his, lol. Maybe that potentially could be something. Pick up some kills that way, get back in the game, but that's pretty much the game plan at this point, because your Viper right now, he is just struggling for anything. Trying to even finish his power treads, let alone more. How about Brewmaster? He's got the early Soul Ring, a Magic Wand. And then there's Treant Protector too. Yeah, he was, you know, definitely a not the most popular pick. Only has a level 1 living armor at this point, which is going to go for the max out of the Nature's Guise. More harassment potential, more kill potential even, but you know, living armor, with what's been going on this game, you'd figure would be potentially pretty good in itself. But who is this? Scourge McDuck was going to be going for a massive stack right here. Look at this Ancient Prowler even. He's kind of leading the way. It's spotted by Winter Wyvern, though. So if you're DC, I'm sure, yeah, they're kind of pinging out the area. In fact, Tiny's heading over. He just uses Avalanche. And I guess he maxed out his tree grab first, so as far as his combo goes, it's not the most damage. But, oh, this is probably even better with the cleave of the tree grab, what it brings. So you see Radiant scans the area. They see them running through, so Tiny, he is going to be spotted. You got the Drunken Haze applied. And there's that Primal Split. So now Mason, he's having a run. Treant coming in, not level 6 just yet, but might not matter. Mason goes down. Pika indeed. Kill for Blue Pikachu. But the Ancients are a little bit confused on what to do. Sven, meanwhile, is cut at the Dream Coil. He goes down, actually. Treant Protector at half life. He's waiting to come out with that auto attack at the Nature's Guise. Ryu Boras, he comes back together on Brewmaster. They're doing plenty of damage to Puck. They get the kill. The Winter's Curse is a little bit too late, so Puck goes down. So far, a couple of kills in favor of Blue Pikachu. They did lose Sven. But really, a 2 for 1. Not too bad, especially a 3-kill streak stopper. Onto MSS right there. So nice bounty for the Rubik coming out. So, I mean, it's not the prettiest of situations, but if you're Blue Pikachu,
Radiant's top
fairly happy with how that worked out. And on top of that, this is why it's also decent how it worked out, because now you're going to be able to come back and get the Ancients, where if that went the other way for DC, they would have most likely stolen the Ancients on top of that, and then this game just gets way too out of control. So, yeah, Blue Pikachu, the Resurrection of Sven, goes into those Ancients, and look at that. He's already at 1,200 gold, just like that.
Dire are scanning.
And he has that Blink Dagger queued up now, so I actually think there most certainly is some decent hope here. If you're Blue Pikachu, on the other side, though, Broodmother, Desolator, well in the works. Has 2,700 gold. Needs both Mithril Hammer still. Middle lane, Mason, beating away at the tower. Trying to finish a Yasha. Pick up some agility. Going to be opened up by the Treant Protector. Stun comes out with the hammer as well. Now Tiny takes the cleave auto attacks with the living, or the, trying to run away, but Viper slows a little bit too much. Ogre Magi, nice job with the disjoint right there. Picking up the illusion just in time. Actually able to get away. Rubik trying to throw out the avalanche that he stole. Manages to escape. So Tiny, a couple of deaths for him now, and his start's not looking as good anymore. 4,500 net worth. He's still 3rd overall. Back-to-back deaths for Mason. So again, the Yasha almost being finished. Another stack, though, for Sven. He's going to try to stack it one more time here. Yeah, it's not going to work. He is pinged out as well. Do they see this area? They do. They do have vision of the area. That would be an Observer Ward right there. Ogre, he's like, when do I go? When do I go? The God Strength even committed for this. It's a little scary. Scrooge McDuck wants it. Here comes the Illusory Orb. Couple of creeps left. One will be stolen. Not the biggest steal, though. Sven got most of them. Dream Protector opens up. Does not have his ultimate just yet. Puck, nice job with the phase shift. Now going back in for Rubik. Gets the kill. Cold Embrace. Gonna save him after the stun happens from Sven. And the auto attacks obviously being mitigated from that Cold Embrace. Eventually wearing off the Winter's Chill. It takes out Dream Protector. Brood Melody comes in with the little spiderlings of hers. Takes out the one into Dream Protector. Gets Sven dead as well. Now Villain. He is also going to be caught, but no, Brewmaster wants to change that. Primal Split activated, going for the turn, lifts up Winter Wyvern, running after the Broodmother, and yes, enough damage to finish him off, actually, so big kill coming out of Broodmother right there. Winter Wyvern, meanwhile, he too is in trouble. Going to throw up that Cold Embrace. That's not going to save him in the end, though. That's just going to delay the inevitable at this point. And in fact, Brewmaster, no, actually Viper gets credit for the kill right there. So this Brewmaster, that Primal Split was absolutely huge, well played, and they're going to turn it in full. Bulba's also going to go down. A double kill for Viper when it's all said and done. So all of a sudden that hero kill cap lead, it was a 7-0 start. Since then, it's 6-4 in favor of Blue Pikachu. That fight actually went pretty dang good. Brewmaster getting that Blink Dagger and 1,000 gold already saved up. What does Brewmaster look to get here now? Make use of this extra bit of farm that he just picked up from the previous fight. Up to 1,400 now. Going across the board. You got Blink Dagger queued up for Puck. 1,430 gold. Viper finished the Ring of Aquila. Actually going to be trying to finish a Veil of Discord. Interesting choice from Viper here. Going to be happening. But it's a nice mix of defense as well as some offense. And then you have Sven, his own S&Y is in the works. Speaking of that, Tiny has the Yasha. The Sage is coming. Dream Protector just getting some vision for the team. He does have level 3 living armor now, so maxed out Nature's guys first, but living armor is going to be coming next, of course. And the Overgrowth, again, ready to go. So going to keep an eye on that bottom lane, which, by the way, that bottom tower has been killed on top of all this action that started to pick up. Didn't maybe necessarily notice that, but Tier 2 tower going down. Puck. Okay, it's going to be Dove right here. I don't know if they have a stopper. The hammer comes in, and yes, they do. Puck goes down. Nice find there from the Radiant side. Sven popped the God Strength for that. Maybe a little bit unnecessary, but he'll just use that to help take out the tower and push even further now. And they're going to keep the train rolling. So if you're Blue Pikachu, why not God Strength? Still has a little bit of time remaining, although the invulnerability will pretty much take that away. Brewmaster, he's porting back. Looks like to the middle lane. Blink in 1 second. Is he going to go? Yes, he is. Thunderclap in. Lift it up immediately. Primal Split. Rock Stun. Looks like he's out of range or just out of sight. Either way, he can't find it, but a Stormhammer Stun comes through, and that will definitely find it. And now Tiny, I don't know if he's getting out of this one. The Avalanche is going to be lifted up, purged off immediately, and that's an easy kill. Well played by Ryu Burrows. He's clearly a confident Brewmaster player. Meanwhile, Alrin goes down on Rubik, but at what cost now? Overgrowth activated by Dream Protector, go for the turn kill on Ogre Magi. Nice save initially, though, with the Cold Embrace, and turns his attention to the Winter Wyvern. But by himself, Dream Protector, he has to be careful. He's almost kind of playing bait right here at this point. As here comes Sven now. Yeah, Bulba maybe going a little bit too deep. The Winter's Curse going to save him though initially. But Sven, is he going to overcommit to this? No, he's not. He's heavily slowed down. He understands this. And Bulba's going back in, actually. He's going to be stunned up, or rooted in place, I should say, by the Dream Protector. Running back in. There's the Stormhammer. That's an actual stun. But again, the Cold Embrace. But here comes the God Strength. Sven is pissed off, man. He wants this kill. Fire Blast from Ogre Magi. Keeping him slow. With that Ignite as well. Needs a couple more auto attacks. Brewmaster assists with a Thunderclap, and there's the auto attack for the kill. And Winter Wyvern goes down as well. So it was a game of chicken right there. And Blue Pikachu is having a chicken feast after that fight at the bottom. 18 minutes into the game. It's only a 1,000 net worth lead now in favor of DC. Really not too bad. Again, if you're Blue Pikachu, continuing to speak from their perspective, considering how this game started.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But overall, the idea of really making sure to get farm on Sven has definitely paid off here, is safe to say, and no doubt Brewmaster's impact has been huge. Now on the other side, Broodmother. Haven't really seen much from Broodmother in terms of action this game. He is 2-1-2, so Qualifiers has technically been involved in 4 of the 13 kills, but still waiting for him to really come online. He has a Desolator, the Mask of Madness. BKB just about finished. That's probably going to be the key. Because once he has that BKB, he is going to be a pretty hard target to stop here. If you're the Radiant side, top lane Tiny, how's he looking? No blink by any means just yet. In fact, kind of just running in with Puck going in first with his own blink dagger. The speed, nice kill onto the Brewmaster, but the Primal Split again comes into play. Now he's going for the turn kill. A lot of people coming in. Mason's in trouble. The lift up with the Fade Ball. The Purge right after they lift him up is so good with that. And the Storm Hammer and everything else to finish the job. They even threw the kitchen sink at him, I feel like, at that point. Haha. 40 seconds he is dead for. That's Tiny. Has been struggling ever since the great early start in the laning phase especially. Going to be on Puck, splitting the creep wave right here.
Dire structures are fortified.
Up at the top lane.
Dire's
Sven, though,
top tower is under
with that
attack.
God Strength active, going to take out a Tier 2 top tower.
Dire's
As you got
top
Ogre
tower
Magi, is going to be found by Rubik. Lifted up. Avalanche in his face. Steals the Bloodlust. Going to be applying that to the Sven. Oh boy, you're dead, Ogre. Bulba, good man. But you're dead. Over here, we see Puck. He's going to orb away. As Blink in from Sven, trying to catch up to him as a Storm Hammer, but not confident to use it. This Winter Wyvern's also trying to escape now.
Radiant are
Demon's
scanning.
making sure. If anything, going to be a distraction and stop a bit of a top push. But yeah, no, if you're this Dire side, I mean, they're pinging out the Roshan area. I was going to say, it's just feeling like maybe looking to do Roshan in the near future. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Yep, Winter Wyvern hanging around too long. Nature's Guy's open. He's going to go for the curse, but it gets lifted up right away. The Stormhammer hits, and that's going to end up being an easy kill. Cold Embrace will save him a little bit, but not enough. Scourge McDuck. Dangerous player here on the Sven. Is that going to be the full SNY? It sure is. SNY being delivered in full now to the Sven. There you go. Echo Saber finish on Brewmaster. Oh, look at this. He has a Radiance coming along now as well. Level 15 has that 20% magic resistance he chose to get, as well as the 30 damage early on. But man, 20% magic resistance. You look at this Dire side. That is a very, very good talent this game. Outside of Broodmother, Tiny especially, and then you got Puck, of course. Very good mitigation for him this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's take a look more at challenges. I know with the patch especially, it's going to be important to do that. 8 strength from Sven, and then the 30
Radiant's top
damage.
tower is under attack.
Level 15. Rubik, yeah, the 60 damage. Oh, yeah, nice support there. Viper, 8% spell lifesteal. Where's level 10? See what he gets for the level 15 at this point. And then you got Treant, 10% CDR at the level 10 there. On the other side, we'll hold that thought because Broodmother, right now, he's trying to do the solo on a Roshan, but they're going to find him. They're going in. Quite fun. Nice thunderclap catches him. Stormhammer on top of that. The split up with the Primal Split. Tree Protector, he's going to be stunned initially. The Overgrowth was activated with a BKB from Qualifiers gets away. They do kill Bulba, though. They get somebody, and now the lift on MSS. They throw him down. Avalanche on multiple heroes, so buys time for Puck to get out of there. But you look, Alren, he steals the Avalanche. He's going for the Avalanche now, but no, the Dream Coil hits. And now Demon's kind of just charging in. He's going to be stunned up, though, and Demon will fall. He definitely misplaced his positioning right there. Sven's going further. The buyback from Ogre Magi coming out, but Broodmother's going to die to the auto attacks of the God Strength of Sven. The Avalanche hitting 3, but it's not slowing them down enough. Mason just simply trying to run for his life at this point. Viper in the back lines. The Poison Sting on Ogre Magi. He's going to end up falling here. Can they chase down Tiny? It looks like they may be able to. The Thunderclap was just out of range. Tiny still trying to run. Hugging the tower right here. He is fairly tanky showing up, but is it going to be tanky enough? The Avalanche of the Stormhammer in 1 second. That's going to be coming out maybe? No, it's not even necessary. He just runs on in and finishes them off with the auto attacks. Blue Pikachu What a fight for them right there. They're going to steal Roshan on top of it. I don't even know if it's really a steal at this point anymore, but they're going to take Roshan for themselves now. And they have all the momentum in the world at this point. This has definitely just been going all in their favor ever since about this mark right here, about 15 minutes or so. And you see that net worth graph. Now looking pretty good for them. I mean, we're also seeing Broodmother's not really a threat in this game, it feels like. Right now for Blue Pikachu. The Sven pick, I think, was obviously a great response ultimately to the Broodmother, both for the cleave, the war cry that he provides. And he's definitely proven to do work. Viper's kind of just become a bit of a secondary carry. That Villa Discord that we talked about earlier that he was going for, that he's now picked up. And his right clicks are just going to keep getting better as he's got the Dragon Lance and a whole Hurricane Pike. It's going to be coming along.
Mine. Selfish.
Harass Sven there a little bit, but obviously he has that Aegis now. Oh, let's take a look at the talents on the other side, though. All right, so level 11 Ogre Magi with the 100 cast range. Puck. Still not sure what he's going to get. Trying to decide 5 armor or 10 intelligence. Armor's pretty good this game. Armor's definitely pretty good this game if you're Puck right here. So I can see why maybe he hasn't gone that yet. Winter Wyvern. 90 gold per minute over the damage. Yeah, tiny. 20% magic resistance. And then there's Broodmother, who, oh, by the way, is level 20. 200 health, 35% experience, and then 60 attack speed. Now on top of that. So level 25 is going to be something that Koikfa has his eyes on here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Top lane, you got DC just grouping up as a team.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Pushing what's a tier 1 tower at the top lane, but bottom lane also being pushed in by Blue Pikachu. Meanwhile, Broodmother.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Down to a 9-second BKB at this point. Yeah, this is Brewmaster, though. The Radiance getting very close to being picked up here for Brewmaster, and that's just another tool that's going to be great against the Broodmother, if anything.
Tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh my. This is good. That should help. Damage.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So sure, Orchid for Koikfa will be nice. So we're level 25, but does feel like Blue Pikachu. Already just with the heroes that they selected, and then even the Radiance burn on top of that. I'm not going to be overly concerned about Broodmother getting too dangerous here. Smoke from BP. Pushing out middle lane. Going to try to bait out Viper here, it seems like. He's got that Hurricane Pike finished. Oh, Brood. What a start this would be if you're Blue Pikachu. They do see, and they're going to go in. Here we go. The BKB reaction, though, got it off before the Stormhammer hit, and he will survive. So, but that's going to be a 9-second BKB. That's now not down the drain by any means, but it's now used. Really no offensive purpose from it.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, man, at least he gets away. That could have really been dangerous. Because at this point, he would have had a buyback, but yeah, it's the last thing you want to be doing, of course. Anyways, tier 2 tower. It goes down pretty easily in the end, without the BKB. Understandably, DC not the most comfortable to fight. MSS is pushing out bottom. He actually picks up a gem here, so MSS getting the gem, helping with the tree and protector, as well as just vision on the map in general. Speaking of that, let's take a look, see what we got. Got a ward over here, and that's really it as far as vision for TC. On the other side, they have a very deep ward here in the middle, as well as in their jungle on the right-hand side, but really overall a dark map for really both teams here at this point. Tiny, 10-second BKB is now picked up on him. That Aegis, not going to be lasting much longer. So it doesn't look like Blue Pikachu is necessarily going to be able to push the most objectives out of it, but there you go, it is reclaimed. Still got something though. Heals picked up by Puck meanwhile. And now he has that axe queued up. So the axe from Puck will be pretty important to have. You got the BKB on Sven. I guess he's the only one with BKB, but he's definitely the big one, right? So being able to stun him through it is going to be nice. And obviously the longer duration is always just great as well. Orchid finish on Brood. And again, Blue Pikachu, the ones that are being very aggressive right here. Trying to find somebody, but DC smartly staying safe. If MSS really the one split pushing, you also have Demon doing it with Winter Wyvern here, who's got the Blink and Arcane boots, so relying on a Splinter Blast just to help push them out with the 600 Night Vision, by the way. Over the health right here. Uh-oh. No, he's good. Yeah, Puck's going to be fine. I didn't even think about that, though. With the Veil of Discord, and then you have Rubik going offensive null field as well. That's, you know, Viper, you know, potentially could be doing decent damage with poison attacks right there. But I guess overall magic damage on this Radiant side isn't the craziest.
Gold for my time.
Dire are scanning.
That's exact.
Regeneration!
Wait, Rubik just stole the tree grab. It's like a mini tree. That's cute. How does that work? Just like a range auto attack? Does he actually become melee? I don't even know how that works. I assume he just becomes melee, actually, with the tree. Yeah, and then there's the idea that, I haven't been bringing this up yet, but yeah, Tiny choosing to pass Go and Blink altogether. Choosing instead just to, you know, SNY and a BKB. Now he's going to go the Assault Curious. Call it the AC. But yeah, no Blink, so really relying on Puck to be the one heavy initiating. And I guess that's just more of, they're almost not expecting to get jumped, but it's likely to be the case. And even if he's able to jump people, they're just pretty hard targets to kill, including Brewmaster right here. And there we go. Promo Split's active. So it's kind of what DC wanted. Get him to use a Promo Split and then not get much out of it. So it's a decently long cooldown. So far, this is decent for Digital Chaos. Oh, they're going to find Rubik. Broodmother does at least. Viper's nearby, but he's kind of in an awkward spot. Throws out the Veil. Oh, and the lift, by the way, onto that Broodmother, lasting forever as it does. He pops the BKB, but here we go. Already on that Rubik. He may end up dying, but he's starting off this fight. Insatiable Hunger sitting on top of Sven. Sven's not going to win that battle, actually. He has to turn around, pops his BKB, and just runs away. He will manage to somehow survive, but that Insatiable Hunger doing work. Mason on the backlines. Avalanche hits onto Viper. 4 staffs away, turning around, throwing on auto attacks, much poison as possible. He's going to go down, though. The Winter's Curse hits Brewmaster. They picked off Sven, by the way, in the backlines, and now Brewmaster's also going to end up falling. A 4-for-0 for Digital Chaos. What a fight right there for them. And Broodmother, man, the fact he was able to sit there and easily win that fight against Sven with that Insatiable Hunger was huge. You also look at the plus 75 Insatiable Hunger damage / lifesteal on top of that. So, but yeah, I really think the biggest part of that fight was the fact that Brewmaster used the Primal Split so early, and DC kited away, and they baited all that into the Broodmother, basically. And by the time the fight started, the Primal Split was over, and so Brewmaster himself becomes a lot less effective. Who, by the way, he didn't actually choose to go that Radiance. Didn't even notice that until now. So Vlad's offering into the AC himself.
Has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Ooh, Ogre's going to Spirit Vessel. Nice. Spirit Vessel just feels so good early.
Selfish.
Especially when it
Radiant's
does have
top tower
impact in
is
terms
under
of
attack.
both heals yourself as well as, you know, mitigating heals on the other side. Yeah, I like that upgrade from Ogre, though. I think he just got it, actually. It's going to be delivered out eventually. Talents, what are we looking at? Level 20 Brewmaster, what did he get? 1,500 health to Primal Split unit, so obviously that's a big part of him as we are just talking about. Level 20 Tiny, minus 10-second tree grab. So he can do that every 5 seconds now, I want to say it is. Or it's only on a 5-second cooldown even after he uses all the trees. And then you have Sven, 25% lifesteal. So yeah, the lifesteal game, but when as we saw in the last fight, I mean, when Brewmother has Insatiable Hunger active, you're not winning that fight.
Radiant are scanning.
I don't care how much lifesteal you have, but obviously the passive of Brewmother as well. Incapacitating Bite. It's one of those rough names to say. Anyways, makes it very difficult. Spear Vessel has been finished on Ogre. Yeah, and then you have the Bloodlust buff on top of all that. Brewmother even now going the Butterfly finished. So you thought evasion was already a bit of an issue. They're pinging out here. Again, Tiny doesn't have a blink though. Just going to run in. Viper going to be the easy target. Overgrowth happens, and maybe going to buy some time for Villain, but no, it's not enough. Not nearly enough. So he goes down. They also almost caught somebody else. That was Rubik, yeah. Stole the illusory orb. Sven's going to try to pick up a Lincoln Sphere next. But is that really an answer? I guess, you know, what could he be getting instead? But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just honestly, just more raw damage. And he is going to go the Chrysalis, even thinking likes of an MKB, but going to go the Chrysalis here. And now it's Blue Pikachu's chance to defend.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There we go, Warcry, he's thinking about jumping. Puts a stun on a Mason. Right, Boris goes on the back. That's going to be sidestepped up though before he can Primal Split. Uh-oh, now he's going to be beat down by the Insatiable Hunger. He goes down before he can do a damn thing. He does have a buyback, so does Viper. They both use it. Meanwhile, Dream Protector going to be picked off. Scourge McDuck is going toe-to-toe with that Broodmother. We saw what happened last time. He goes down. It's just buybacks galore on the side of Blue Pikachu. I'm pretty sure everyone has died, and they've just bought back. However, Dream Protector, he's staying dead. They will get Mason, it looks like, when it's all said and done. Maybe? Yes, they finally get him taken out. No, but he had the Aegis, so he's coming right back up. So it doesn't really matter. In fact, Sven now, he's going to be lifted up in the air. That's going to be a dieback, and this could be the beginning of the end. So for the longest time, this game is suggesting how the Broodmother hasn't necessarily been that massive of an issue for this team. It proved to be a massive issue in the, what's that, level 25 hit especially. And in the toe-to-toe fights, Sven just could not win them. Double kill to finish it off, and it's a victory for DC. Definitely not an easy victory, but a victory nonetheless, as they'll now be up 1-0 here in this best-of-3 series. So, hell of a fight. Blue Pikachu